What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Urban Platform Speaks. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel as you come in and check out the content. Today, I want to speak to you about Lisa Bluder. She is Iowa's. She's a coach who just retired from Iowa, and she coached Caitlin Clark, as you probably know. She coached Caitlin at uh, at Iowa while she was there. And it's looking like the more that the Iowa, I mean the Indiana Fever, the more that the Indiana Fever lose and their season fall apart and they can't really seem to get a win or to get things together over there in Indiana. It's looking more like Lisa Bluder will be the head coach of the Indiana Fever next year. And part of the reason why I say this is the coach that they have now, Christy Size, is just I think she's a good coach, but she's making some uncharacteristic mistakes as far as like some of the moves and in-game coaching decisions. Um, and not really big mistakes, but I just think that because the fact that she's dealing with Caitlin Clark, I think everything that she do will get is going to be blown out of proportion and it's going to be magnified. So the decisions that she like recently, she just took Caitlin Clark out of the game during like it was during like clutch time, and which I don't think the way the game was going, I don't think that that was a bad decision, but you gotta win when you do stuff like that. When you do things like that, you gotta win because people want to see Caitlin in there. They want to see Caitlin perform. They want to see if she can perform in those kind of situations. Although she may not, that may not have been the perfect time, or Caitlin may not have been ready. The coach may not have felt that Caitlin was ready. But I think those kind of decisions, is just piling on from the very start when she came out and criticized or get critiqued Caitlin publicly. I don't think that went over well. But getting back to Lisa Bluder, um, like I said, she recently retired from Iowa, and the reason I think that she's going to come and she's going to coach at Indiana is, if you notice or not, like she's around a lot. She go to the games, which which is not really a big deal, but she's been at least two or three of those games. And I think Caitlin only played about so far 4 games. She was at the WNBA draft, with that's not a stretch. But this is a lady who has a history with Caitlin Clark, and everybody in the WNBA or the Indiana Fever, they know that. So if there would be anybody who would be able to bring out the best in Caitlin Clark, that would be Lisa Bluder. The trust that her and Caitlin have, is there also. Like I said, she coached her for 4 years at Iowa, um, and not only that, she was able to, as kids graduated ahead of Caitlin, she was able to reload and put the right pieces around Caitlin so that Caitlin can do her thing. And I don't think that this lady who is at Indiana right now, Christy Size, I don't think she is, because she's just really getting familiar with Caitlin. I don't know if she can really if she's really able to do that, like put the right pieces around Caitlin. For instance, Caitlin, like, because Caitlin is the offense should run through Caitlin, she don't need to play with like a shoot first guard. And so the guards that they have now in Indiana, they very good guards, but they are shoot first guards, and they need the ball in order to operate. Caitlin need guards who can who are willing to let Caitlin operate and find the open spot. Either flash through the lane, go to the foul line area, or even like on in one of the corners or something like that. So they're finding it hard to develop the chemistry between those guards and Caitlin. Caitlin also needs she needs like a power forward that can rebound, like get those long rebounds because of the shots that Caitlin shoot. She needs somebody who's athletic and who can chase down those long rebounds. Like she had the young lady named Stokely that was at Iowa with her. She was very good at getting those long rebounds. Like Aaliyah Boston, she'll be able to get the ones that come, she'll get a good portion of the rebounds to come off the front of the rim, but the long rebounds, you're going to need somebody to get those long rebounds. And that's what Stokely was able to do when she played with her at Iowa. Then they had another young lady who played earlier in with Caitlin at Iowa who kind of did the same thing. So, all the pieces that will help make Caitlin Clark successful. This lady, Lisa, she knows how to put those pieces around her. She understands that the offense needs to run through Caitlin. You can't have another a shoot first point guard playing with Caitlin, and it's almost like they don't have chemistry. They just taking turns. You have two. You have a very good superstar as Caitlin, and you have another good ball player as in the guard that's playing with Caitlin, but they don't have chemistry together. And so, and this young lady may not be comfortable with just going to certain areas and just waiting for Caitlin to find them. So that's why, you may have to you have to bring in a whole fresh new a crew and cast of players that will be comfortable with their role and understand their role so they can make the Indiana Fever successful. And I also think that the trust between Caitlin and Lisa Bluder is very important. So if she feel the need to criticize Caitlin, which I never seen her at Iowa criticize Caitlin publicly, she just didn't do that. But she has the trust of Caitlin Clark, not only Caitlin Clark, but Caitlin's her family and her inner circle. And that's very important. I don't think that this new coach, she don't have that trust with them because obviously, like I said, they only been together for a short period of time. They only played like 4 games so far. And, so she had those things. Christy Sides had those things working against her. And, that's not her fault, but that's the situation. That's why I just think that, that's why I just think that probably by like the end of this season or the beginning of next season, really by the end of this season, I think that Lisa Bluder will come out of retirement and she will be coaching the Indiana Fever. I think it's the best thing. It really is the best thing for them to have her there, especially if they want to turn this thing around, in a hurry. I don't think that they've won any games yet. So, and because they haven't won any games yet, I just think that they want to turn this thing around in a hurry. And in order to do that, they need Lisa Bluder because Lisa has she knows Caitlin and she knows how to build around Caitlin. She's had to do that 2 times at Iowa, and she was very successful at doing it. And Caitlin will be comfortable with her. Caitlin's inner circle will be comfortable with her. And that's why I think by the end of the season, they may not get rid of Christy Sides until the season is over with. And then what's going to happen is they're going to coach Lisa Bluder out of retirement and and just let her do her thing with Caitlin. That'll give Caitlin an off season. Also, Caitlin, these players, she coming directly out of the draft and playing in the WNBA. So she didn't have an opportunity to adjust to the this style of basketball, the pace and all that stuff, and the strength and gain a chemistry with her teammates. So I think this season right here is not going to really, they're not looking good at all. I don't think it's going to get any better, a whole lot better. But I give Caitlin, like, the off season, and then you'll see a lot of improvement from her, especially because she'll have the right players around her, and the ones that do stay, they'll be able to develop a chemistry with Caitlin. Caitlin will be a lot more comfortable once she get, the right people around her. But that's my take on the Caitlin Clark situation. Let me know what you think. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Also, you can go to urbanplatformfashion.com and check out the merch. We have t-shirts, we have hoodies, long sleeve t-shirts, and short sleeve t-shirts. So, just go to the like I said, urbanplatformfashion.com and check out the merch. I appreciate the support. And yeah, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. If you think this is the right move to get Lisa Bluder, to pull her out of retirement and have her coach Caitlin. To me, it's a no-brainer. I don't see anybody else out there who would be a better fit than Lisa Bluder. And I think that all this stuff is being orchestrated so she can come and coach, Caitlin. And because, so many people have so much invested in the success of not only Caitlin Clark, but the WNBA, have them grow. So, yeah, let me know what you think. Leave a comment below, and I'll see you all on the next video.